Zuma is definitely not the same game which I played in the early 2000s when I had to use AOL to connect to the internet and use the home phone line. I remember playing Zuma on a compact computer on one of those massive CRT monitors. Moving 20 years ahead, I never would have guessed I'd be playing it again, and this time in VR. Going from playing it on a flat screen to actually being inside of the game gives me a refreshing feeling of nostalgia. But after 20 years, is the VR iteration of Zuma worth it? Hello everyone, this is Corey, and in this series we will find out if Zuma is worth it in VR. So let's jump right into it and talk about the good stuff in Zuma. The Zuma we are talking about today in VR is actually not quite the same game. The original Zuma was created by PopCap Games, but the VR version is created by Gizmo VR. The two games even have different spelling. However, the primary aspects of the new game remains the same and holds true to the original. That being said, let's get into the mechanics of Zuma. Similar to the original title, there is a stream of different colored balls which work their way to a dragon's mouth. You definitely don't want your balls in there, and if they get into the dragon's mouth, it's game over. To prevent this, you have to match 3 of the same colored balls next to each other to make them explode and disappear. The objective is to remove all balls from the grid. You have a gun in each hand which shoots a random colored ball, and you must shoot it towards the stream of balls in front of you to match them up. You earn more points the more balls you match and combo together, and there are power balls which you can grab that give you various special effects, like blowing up a large section or painting all balls in the section the same color to easily remove the bunch. If we talk about the game aspects, we have quite a few levels in each chapter, and each chapter will have a different environment. Levels can be completed within a few minutes, and they all have some different experiences between them which make them unique in their own ways. Of course, Zuma becomes more challenging the further you progress. Walls or pillars may block some areas which give you limited time to slap your balls together with others, and you also have added colors which amplifies the difficulty as well. When you complete a level, there are 3 different star ratings you can receive, so if you're a completionist, then you might enjoy going back and getting the most points to receive 3 stars across every level. What I enjoyed about Zuma is the easy feel of it. It's a great game to sit down and relax with at the end of a longer and more intense VR session, and you don't have to think too hard about what you're doing. And that's pretty much all there is to Zuma. It's a pretty simple game. So let's talk about the bad stuff. Zuma overall feels bland and boring in VR compared to other titles. Don't get me wrong though, it's definitely exciting to experience Zuma all over again, but it lacks a true VR feel to it, and leaves us with an underwhelming and very vanilla feel to what we already experienced 20 years ago during the infancy stages of the internet. Everything from the level design, sound, and mechanics are very dull. There's nothing spectacular going on here in VR, just a simple and relaxing VR implementation of a really old game. And that's not a bad thing. Just know that you're not going to get a game which demonstrates VR's capabilities. So, is it worth it? I enjoyed Zuma, but I also picked it up when it was free on the Steam store. And after playing the first chapter of levels, I personally would not spend any money on buying more chapters. There just isn't enough content for me to justify spending this money. There's a free demo on Steam, so I'd definitely check that out before buying it. That being said, it is relatively cheap. It will give you at least a few hours of content if you pick up all the chapters. So if you want to chill out and shoot colorful balls, then you'll have a good time. But I'm curious if you think it's worth it. Let me know in the comments down below. I post new videos every week, so if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I release new videos. Liking the video helps a ton and shows your support, and if you want to know what's on my mind, then follow me on Twitter. Links to everything are in the description down below. And as always, make sure you think for yourself, which means question yourself, do what makes you happy, and I'll see you all next time.